feel alone tonight. I wanna feel alone tonight. I wanna feel alone tonight. I wanna feel alone tonight.
Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. My camera's a little off. Needs to be a little higher. Every now and then my camera falls off the stand. It's not like a special stand or anything like that. There you go. That's good. Alright, we are here. And I'm going to be starting with the 4005 because JT donated for it, so let's get it out. I've only played 4 games in the 4005 since the update, and, well, do those games still exist here? No. Well, all I'll need to say is that it's really stupid. I'm not sure why Wargaming thought the 4005 needed 1300 damage in 4 seconds, but it's dumb! Hello there, Governor. How you doing, Kieran? Nice to see you on the channel. E100 with the 12.8. Yeah, I don't really see much of a reason to use the E100 with the 15 centimeter when the 60 TP exists, but I do appreciate the donation. Okay. Move out. Let's get this show on the road. WZ121 Carro and Miroat are the best now. I do agree that the Miroat is pretty dumb. I haven't played it, but I know the Miroat's pretty dumb. But you're also forgetting vehicles like the Concept, the Kampfpanzer 70, the Rhino. There's quite a bit of other vehicles. Wargaming cheaters have taken over the server. Not really sure. Alright, what do they have? 2 heavies. I'm gonna try and support my Kampfpanzer. Boom, 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 boom. Hello, Got the IS-8, which is right there. He's so close, but unfortunately, I don't think he's going to drive. Well, he might. Oh, he's not there. He's on the other side. Got the Atlas. This is one of those maps where, like, we can't really do anything, because there's no real good vantage point for our tank, you know? Maybe if we wait here. Oh, there you go. We got the T-30. There's 640, and boom, 722. Ain't no way the T-30 hits that, bro. That's crazy. I still did 1,370 damage, so I won that big time. I definitely won that. But I'm just really surprised that T-30 was able to hit that, to be real. Team's not doing great. I'm just gonna wait here. Feel like this IS-8's gonna poke this. And I don't want to drive into the open. There you go. One shot into the IS-8. Let's reload my clip. We got the 4005, who's 1,280 health, which means I can 2-tap them. Are we going to win this on base cap? Please don't. I do not want to win this game on base cap. That would be so incredibly lame. Well, we hit him once. He dead. Nice. What else do we have? We got all the enemy tanks over here, so we're just gonna reload. And we got 15 seconds left. We're already up to 2,600 damage, which is pretty good. Wish I kind of didn't reload my clip now because of that TVP being there. Come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bonk. 904. Hello, TVP. Goodbye. Well, that's 3,600 damage. We brought it back. We did pretty good this game. Yeah, the 4005 is pretty stupid. I will admit, the 4005 is pretty stupid. I don't know why Wargaming thought that this thing needed... Well, here's the problem, right? What Wargaming did was they took the previous 4005, which had a 1,640 damage clip and was able to deal all of that in, you know, 4 seconds with shell reload boost. What they said is, okay, that's stupid. And it was stupid. The 4005 in a skilled player's hands in the previous update was really stupid. But what they said is, okay, the 4005's stupid. So let's change it. Let's give it a double shot with 650 alpha and then remove shell reload boost and give it a 4-second intro clip. The problem is that they didn't nerf the DPM. So you only have a 20-second reload and you deal 1,300 damage. And then you pair that with the mobility and the pen and the shell velocity, and the thing's kind of stupid. I mean, it has 0.29 dispersion with 650 alpha. Why does it have that good dispersion with 650 alpha damage? It doesn't really make sense. You look at any of the other tier 10 tank destroyers, and most of them are not sitting at crazy good dispersion. Like the Waffenträger has less alpha and has 0.3. And, you know, the E3 is 0.29, but the E3 sacrifices a lot for this gun. You look at most tank destroyers that are sitting at around 650 alpha, and they really don't have crazy good dispersion. So it's definitely, like, even the 113 GFT is 0.312. So you have the 4005 with reticle cali, and then crazy base dispersion, crazy shell velocity, and then a gun that hits that hard. It's pretty stupid. It's pretty stupid. E100 with the 12.8. All right, let's do that. 4005 is so toxic, like, why does it need aiming too? Yeah, it's dumb. What I already recorded my video on the 4005, Rob. I did 4 battles in the tank, and I averaged 4,800 damage. 3 of the games I played was over 5,000, one of which was 6,000 damage. I only had 1 game that was 3,400 damage. That was the worst game I played. It's just so stupid, because now you know, the previous 4005, you did 410. So let's say I was in a mouse or something, I could poke you, shoot you once back up, and I'd win the trade. Now the 4005 shoots you once, it hits you for 650, you lose the trade. And if you try to shoot it again or anything, you just lose. And then because the thing has so much mobility, and it's got Spall liner, it's just really dumb. I said this in the past, and I still firmly stand by it. The 4005 should lose Spall liner. If that tank lost Spall liner, it would instantly go from OP to, uh-oh, you just got crapped on, right? Because it would stop players from being able to get away with stupid mistakes. A 4005 with no Spall means that smart players, especially ones with high caliber guns, will instantly nuke you. That's how it should be. I don't have a problem with Spall liner existing, but I don't like the way that Wargaming balances it. Even like the grill. I think at this point the grill doesn't even need Spall liner. The only tank in tier 10 that actually needs Spall liner is the Waffenträger Alf E100. That tank legitimately sucks and it needs Spall liner. But like, that's the only one that comes off the top of my head. Now the E100 got a big buff. It went from around 2,900 DPM to now 3,056, making it one of the highest DPM heavies in tier 10. And when you pair that with the fact that it also features crazy good armor and surprisingly good mobility, yeah, the E100 is pretty dumb. And then we'll do the Conway. We'll do that after the E100. The Waffen can have Spall liner, neither should the 4005. Yeah, exactly. As I said, the Waffenträger is the one that actually needs Spall liner. Like, out of all the tier 10s, that is a tank that actually needs it. And the fact that Wargaming isn't giving the Waffenträger Spall liner is just, it's kind of ironic, because that is the tank that really, really needs it. So, it's whatever. But it's just a classic example of Wargaming not actually knowing what they're doing. Well, every game, by the way, there's 4005s. Every single battle. And it's definitely more cringe than the 183, because the 183 doesn't have mobility, it doesn't have camouflage, it doesn't have the ability to really deal with anything, where the 4005 actually has mobility, it actually has decent camo, it has those capabilities. Oh, great. But yeah, the 4005 actually has those capabilities that you don't get in these other tanks. So we get a bounce from you. We have the enemy Yo, which, okay, of course, goes into the... whatever. We're doing fine. Let's put on my adrenaline, and we got the BZ, who I bounce the hatch of. Yay! We're just gonna angle it, and, yeah, of course, the BZ pens me, tracks me in the process. At least I get a bounce. Our first pen of the game! Whoa! Not doing amazing right now, but we're doing okay, I guess. There we go. Second pen. That 121B is kind of annoying, I won't lie. Okay. Problem is, I can't hit the 121B hatch, and then they buff the armor on it, so it's kind of like a double win for that tank, you know? There you go. Nice 526 into the enemy con. Alright, 3, 2, 1, and we get a bounce from you. The BZ shoots, who we overpoke and get a nice 430 into. Angle my turret so the 121B can't pen me. 3, 2, 1, and there you go. Yo's getting kind of crapped on. There's another nice pen into the concept. Thing is, this 121B can shoot me all day. They're going to waste their entire game shooting at me when there are plenty of tanks that have way more DPM, like, that are actually threats on my team. So I don't really care if this 121B shoots at me. I really don't. There you go. And, like, the thing is, I already have more health than this guy. So he can shoot at me all day. He won't win. That's the funny part about the 100. Like, it's definitely not a tank you mess with. Yeah, it's not so fun when you're getting hit in the hatch, is it, dude? We are already up to 3,200 damage now, which is pretty solid. Kron's holding over there. Dang it. I was hoping we could take that concept out of the game. We have a spawn camping Kron who takes care of that player, so that's pretty nice, I guess. Do they have the Yo still? They do have the Yo. That is a pretty dangerous tank. Not as dangerous as the 4005, but it is still a dangerous tank. The Yo's dead. Tried to take the concept out, but we couldn't. The thing about the U100 is, like, even when you do get bled a lot, you just have so much DPM in this thing that it's basically impossible to counter if you're, like, a decent player. It's why when I was talking about the Type 5 Heavy, like, yesterday I had a conversation with somebody saying that the Type 5 Heavy might be comp, but, like, why? Why would you use a Type 5 Heavy over an E100 when this tank literally has flat, better damage output, you know? Either way, pretty good game. We didn't do anything insane, but we also didn't get the ability to. We got one of the worst maps. I really hate Black Goldville. I think Black Goldville is one of the worst maps in the game, especially for a super heavy. Because you're just pinned, right? You got tanks on the left, you got tanks on the right, you're kind of stuck in the middle. It's just awful. It's just awful. So I don't like Black Goldville. I legitimately think the map should be removed from the game and completely reworked. But it's wargaming, and the chances of them doing that are slim to none. But I do think the map sucks. Either way, pretty good game in the U100. This was one of my favorite tanks to 3 mark. It was pretty fun. I do like that Wargaming actually listened to my advice and added a 3 mark tab in the filters. I've been asking for this because it's nice to be able to see what tanks I've 3 marked here and what tanks I'm still working on. I can just click on the Lion, which I'm probably going to finish 3 marking later today or tomorrow. I haven't played too many games in the Lion, so I want to get this done. And then after I finish 3 marking the Lion, I can move on to whatever other tank. And the Lion got buffed, and I don't think its percentage really went up too much. Yeah, it's still 242. So I plan on trying to 3 mark the Lion maybe tonight. We'll see how the update teams are. Either way, with that being said, I'm going to play in the Conway. There's the Conway. Very, very nice looking tank. Arch, I went up against you today. I had a pretty awful team. I was in the Rhino on Normandy, if you remember. You were in platoon with Rob, and you were very low health. That's all. All I remember is I shot you in the rear, and like max rolled 525. My team freaking sucked. Imagine if Sheridan got tungsten, I literally would have killed myself. Well, we got 2 Joker players on my team. Not necessarily a fan of that, but oh well. Dizzy told me the 50B is OP now, but it did lose reactive, and I feel like reactive was the major thing that allowed the 50B to be completely busted. Don't get me wrong, I still think the 50B is a dumb OP tank, but I feel like the 50B losing the reactive definitely took it down a little bit. Did the OG maps get taken out? I haven't fought them on them today, so we'll see. I'll keep messing around and let you know. What is that? Is that a Christmas thing? Oh, it is a Christmas thing. Nice. 575 into the enemy Kampfpanzer, and we back up. Not a bad start. I do like the Conway a lot. I think the gun on this thing is really, really fun to use. Oh, okay. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. The enemy mediums and everything going over here. Yeah, that's cooked. Screw that. Okay, 2 and 5B misses me. Get a pen into the 2 and 5B. It's got to hit him pretty hard. I still have the 183 over here, so I'm not too worried. And bonk. There you go. 750. Get a bounce from the Conway. And now we... Not the Conway, the 2 and 5B. The thing about the 2 and 5B is it is obviously a dangerous tank, but it's not a vehicle that I'm ever too scared about fighting. I'm more scared about the 116 F3. I mean, we've dealt 3K at this point. I've done pretty good, so I can't say anything negative about the Conway. Our team is terrible, but, I mean, what a shocker, right? The only thing I can do right now is chill here and wait. That's the only play that I can make. Thankfully, I can just kind of sit here and, there you go, get another pen into the enemy 116. Let's see. No, unfortunately, I just don't have the ability to reload. I did pretty good, though. I did do a lot of damage. I don't know why these Joker guys did not flank faster. I mean, they had literally nobody on their spawn to stop them, so not really sure how much more I could have done there. Kampfpanzer 70, thank you very much for the donations. Kampfpanzer 70 is great. I already played it earlier today, and I already recorded a video on it. It's absolutely fantastic. Probably one of the best tier 10 heavies in the game. We should win this. I have a very, very high chance that I think our team wins this, because the 116 is pretty low on health. Not sure why our 4202 is sitting in the open, but yeah, the 116 is pretty low on health, and the 50B gets a shot into the enemy leopard, gets a second shot. Yeah, no, we're definitely winning this. This is 100% a win. Wait, I just realized the 50B is not in platoon. It's the 30B. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, we got to win. I wonder if I did top on the team. Looks like you're in a good mood. I'm always in a good mood when I'm not gun marking. Gun marking's when I get angry. Let's see. 3,600 damage. I did do top on the team. That's actually crazy. How did I do top, bro? Oh my god. VZ and 60. Alright, I'll do one of the two. And then if somebody else donates, I'll probably put that to the side. Alright, I gotta do the Kampfpanzer 70 next. Concert? Yes, the concert. There's the Kampfpanzer. I like how I've done almost all the German tanks. Like, I've done the Waffen, the Kampfpanzer, the Maus, and the 100. You guys really wanted me to do painful tanks, but look at that. My thought process was correct. The 3 mark for the Kampfpanzer 70 is accessible on, when I 3 marked it last week at tier 9, my thought process was correct that it was going to stay 3 marked when it went to tier 10. So that saved me a lot of effort. I 3 marked this tank in 40 games. And now that this thing is a tier 10, it's probably going to take a lot of people a bit more effort to 3 mark it. So what happened to the Concept 1B? Well, it features more DPM, 2400. It has tungsten now. It has AP standard. It has better turret armor, better upper plate armor, and a higher top speed of 43 versus the 40 that it used to have. So in general, it got flat buffs all around, which makes sense. It literally went up a whole tier. I think that the Kampfpanzer 70 was already as good as most tier 10s, so the fact that it basically is a tier 10 now, well, yeah, the thing's pretty dang capable. So what are we going to do here? Well, we are going to start over here, and we're going to slowly move up. Got the 60. I'm just going to push right over here, and we got the Kampfpanzer 70. Oh, we got the Hori. Bonk. 650 damage into the enemy Hori. Are you kidding me? There it is, bro. There it is. I can never have fun in this game because somebody's always going to ruin it. Freaking 183, dude. It's always the same crap. It's just me never, ever, 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 ever being able to have fun. Alright, well, I'm going to move up over here, and let's see if we can get a pen into the XM. Of course. What shot me this time? A Hori? I don't even know. I don't even know what shot me. I think it was a Hori that went right through my turret. Bruh. Well, I can't repair anything for 70 seconds, so that's great. What a fun battle! The Kampfpanzer's been doing fine. It's just like, what's going on here, bruh? I'm not attacking. I do see that there's tanks on our rear, and E50 bounces. There you go. Nice 548. That's pretty good. This thing having more DPM is really nice because you can actually get out pretty fast reloads with it now. There you go. Ooh, 700 max roll. That's still so nice, being able to just chunk somebody for 700 damage. Alright, we gotta wait a couple more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and boom! 546 into the lower plate of the E50M. The fact that both the Patton and E50M can no longer use reactive is so nice. Like, they just can't do anything to you anymore. Bye-bye! Right into the roof. 3,500 damage. Oh, I didn't mean caps. There you go. Alright, we finally got our repair kit back, so we can move. We got the 183. Aw, dang, dude. Dang. I was hoping we could pen that, because we do have the AP standard, but obviously we were not able to. Alright, all that's left is the XM. We've already dealt 3,500 damage, though, so doesn't really matter at this point anyway. Ah, dang. Just couldn't get there fast enough. But yeah, Confidencer 70 is a bop. It's an absolute bop. That's why I use Consumable Delivery System and Purple Cooldown. I don't use Purple Cooldown boosters just because of the fact it uses up my reserves, and when I'm trying to 3-mark a tank, I want to save them for that, so it's the only reason why. But we still did top on the team. Been having horrible teams on the EU server. Yeah, it's the same thing on NA. Earlier today, there was 8 billion 4005s. There's still a lot of 4005s, but there was a lot more earlier today. Every single battle I played, there were 2 on each team. It's kind of hard to farm damage when there's 2 4005s on each team with 3,200 DPM each. It's kind of dumb. I still think that Wargaming needs to remove the ability to double tune the same autoloader. Alright, so we have to do the VZ55. So the VZ55 got a buff and a slight nerf. Its DPM went from around 2,700 to 2,600, so it lost about 100 DPM. But in return, its intraclip is now 1 second faster. It also now features gear oil, which is a huge buff because we can take off improved fuel, put on gear oil, and that allows my VZ55 to achieve much better mobility. In fact, we're going to do double mobility. We're going to remove small food. So we're going to put on double mobility. So now my VZ goes from reversing at 12. Actually, it's 13 because they buffed it by 1. It goes from reversing at 13 to now 17. And it has a top speed of 44. So that's a huge buff. That 17 reverse is going to allow the VZ to be so much more mobile. I'm actually tempted to do double gear oil. Let's try it. Screw it. Let's try double gear oil on this tank. We're going to get a 9% engine power buff, and then that's going to allow me to reverse at 19, and it's going to allow me to achieve a top speed of 46 kilometers per hour. We'll see how it feels. I'm aware that the VZ actually has pretty decent top speed, so, like mobility, so we'll have to see how it drives. XM6F, thank you for the donation. Although the XM didn't really change much. Let's see how it feels. Well, definitely not faster than a concept. Yeah, definitely might be better off running improved fuel. But we'll see. Get on the flat ground here. That's 40, 41, 42, 43, 44... It's still pretty fast. 45 kilometers per hour. Actually, we literally kept up with the concept. That's pretty crazy. I saw something break there. We got the IS-7, and... wow. That was pretty bad RNG. Concept gets 2 pens. I get a pen myself. Of course, the IS-7 goes through my lower plate, though, which is a little bit annoying. Alright, let's reload. 10 seconds. Bulk, 480. Gonna reload my clip. Heard Grill 15 is also pretty fun. I mean, Grill's always been really fun, so I don't think it changed much. Got the 4005 over there, and I can tell you right now I want to focus that 4005. There's 410, and there's 530. Oh, great. We're going to lose a lot of health. Yeah. Why nobody on our team is pushing up to spot the E3, I'm not really sure, but that's pretty annoying. Well, at least we have reverse speed now. Look at this. We can actually reverse at, like, a really good rate of speed. Well, E3 got chunked. Really? What is this? What are we doing, E3? There's 1 pen. Of course, 60 has to high roll it like crazy. There's 2 pens into you. This team sucks, dude. This team absolutely blows. Got the Yag over there. Doesn't really matter what shoots me, does it? There's 1 pen. And 2 pens. Alright, that's as much as I'm going to do. 3,700 damage. Our team sucked. I mean, the girl was AFK, and I don't even know what our team is doing. I really don't. I don't know what they were doing. Our Sheridan did not go to the medium side, and yeah, whatever, dude. The VZ feels really, really good, though. With gear oil, the thing's insane. Being able to reverse at 19 versus 13 is crazy, and I think I am going to stick with double gear oil. I really do think it allows the VZ to get that extra boost of mobility it needs. Thank you very much for the donation, Reaper. You poob. Can I donate for you to play certain tier 8 for your next 3-mark stream? Yeah, didn't they add the ability to 3-mark tier 8s now? 2 Quetzal games? Bruh. Ain't no way you're making me play the Quetzal on a stream where people want to see new update tanks. You're not getting that until the end of the stream. I'm telling you now, you're not getting the Quetzal played until the end of the stream, because there's a lot of people which want to see tanks that were updated and changed, and nobody wants to sit here and see me play the Quetzal for 2 games. Nobody wants to see it. I appreciate the donation, but you're going to have to wait till the end of the stream for it. Yes, they did add the ability to 3-mark tier 8s now. I mean, maybe, if you want to see... I already know what you're going to donate for. Is it going to be like the frickin' Caliban? I bet you the Caliban is like the lowest 3-mark bar ever. Where is it? Where the heck is the Caliban? I don't see the Caliban. Am I stupid or something? I have heavies. There it is. Let's see. I bet you it's less than 200. Oh, it's actually surprisingly high. 228. Alright. Let's see. 60 TP. Alright, I'm going to do the 60 later Sage, just because it was only a $2 donation, and I usually do 1 tank for $2. Stono ignores the 2 Quetzal. Thank you. Thank you very much for the donation. See? Easy. As I said, nobody wants to see the Quetzal played. Like, people are here to see the new tanks, so I appreciate the donation. I have not played the concept yet. Or maybe I have. Maybe I did 1 game in it. Yeah, I played 1 game in the concept, but I don't think it went incredibly well. Team was kind of mid. Also, I need to fix this. There you go. That's better. End of stream is fine. Oh my god. It was going to be Vickers MBT. Well, the Vickers MBT is actually becoming a tier 9 when Reforged gets released, so I guess it's not too bad. What even is the Mark XP of the Vickers MBT? Great. We're up against the Joker platoon. Cringe. Oh well. Try our best, but I have a feeling it's not going to go incredibly well. Time to roll out. Alright, where are we going to go? I'm going to push to this spot right here. And I'm going to knock down this tree. And that's going to do literally nothing for me. Okay. What is he platooned with? A 30B. Okay. There's 412 and 391. Yeah, guys, that's 803 damage right there. I find it funny that there are people who tried saying that the concept was going to be worse next update because it's losing DPM. In reality, it has a double shot 380 alpha. How do you counter the thing? I knew it. Yeah, El Bozo. Get off the frickin' hill, you piece of trash. Let's aim it on the 57. There's 1 pen. And, well, we got that guy killed, so that's nice. I think the best play to make right now would be to turn around and go for this concept. He's kind of put himself in a bad spot. I feel like I could potentially dig him out. Let's see. Well, I can't dig him out from there. But I can at least waste his shell. That's pretty good. I'm not going to push in to mid, because they have a 30B who's behind him, and I don't want to get caught with a 30B. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you serious, bruh? 4005 is so freaking stupid, dude. The tank pisses me off. It really does. Like, why do you get rewarded for that, dude? 650. Like, the previous 4005 just wouldn't have done that. Okay. Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad. Let me just miss that. Easy shot. Great. This team is pretty trash. Oh, my God. Oh, whatever. He's gonna go for the 183 anyway. I knew this team was gonna suck. Oh my god, bro got nuked. Concept's gonna tunnel me, of course. Bounces the one shot, but doesn't really matter. There's just nothing I can do. I'm the only tank left. The 4005's refusing to poke me because he's an absolute bitch. And yeah, that's about the end of the game. We've dealt 1,500 damage. That's about it. Here we go. 4005 pokes. We get a 398, and of course, dude. Of course, we hit the gun of the 4005. I'm so glad that Wargaming added the 4005 into the game with a double shot 650. It's really good. It's really good. And then gave it Spall liner. I shouldn't even have loaded HE. I'll do one more game in the concept. Team sucked, and oh well. I mean, that's really all I can say. Oh well. When you have a medium that does 0 damage, it's just cooked immediately. Great. Same platoon. I hate the NA server, dude. I hate it so much. You just go up against the same tunes over and over and over. It's not fun. Is it mirrored as the concept of insane... Or the conf fans are 70 have insane accuracy? Dude, it's always had that accuracy. It's always had insane accuracy. I find it funny that people are like, oh my god, the conf fans are so good now. Even though it's been amazing forever. I averaged 3,700 damage in the thing when I was 3-marking it. It was a tier 9, dude. Like, what more do you need? Okay. Yeah, bro? Where'd you hit me, huh? I mean, I'm cooked already. Yeah, whatever. Have fun. Oh, great. Great. I might as well kill myself already, dude. Okay. Yeah, dude. I don't care. Doesn't matter what I do, bro. Why is their team in mid? I don't know. I don't. But these are the update teams that make it very hard to enjoy this game. Your heavies end up going over here, and their whole team goes mid? I don't even understand that. Why are we going mid, bro? Like, I thought they were all going to go here, so I went mid because I thought I was going to get rushed, but nope. Nope. Okay. Whatever. I'm not wasting my time on the concept more. It's not the concept. It's just whatever that dog shit is, bro. It's not possible to have fun when these are the teams you're getting, dude. I suck. I don't really care. I've 3-marked how many tanks? Let's see. I've 3-marked 16 tier 10s. How many tanks have you 3-marked? 0. That you won't see Dizzy. That's not Dizzy. Dizzy's not in Joker. But nice try. I do always find it funny though when people try to comment on my skill. Like, I give a single flying crap, dude. Play a Rhino in Doob. Is what happens on the EU server. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just get into games where, like, why are they going mid? I thought, with my brain, that they were going to all push their heavies to the heavy side, which would have been the right play, because our team wasn't going to the heavy side. But they went to mid. Why an M60 would drive into mid, a concept would drive into mid, I don't understand that one. So... not really sure about that. Is Joker a stream snipe clan? They actually are. Can you lose 3 marks? No, you can't. But I do always find it funny when you get people that are like, you're not good at the game, Droodles, and me actively being like top 5 on the NA server every month. Like, oh no, Droodles had a bad game. He's bad at the game because of that. It's always funny. When these are like the same people who actively can't deal like 2,000 damage on a good day. Problem with update teams is they just end way too fast, you know? Yeah, concept, and you're going to try and hit me with your second shot, but I'm not going to allow you to. Okay, where? Where, dude? You know what I think, 2 and 5? This is what I think. I think that you... Oh, why are my consumables like that? I must not have played this tank for a while. Bye-bye. Oh, that's an E100. I'm going to back up and aim it on the concept. Oh, okay. Alright. My bad, bro. And then the Atlas is just going to get in my way. Of course. Of course. Yep, just completely block me, dude. Get in everybody's way. Brother. Alright, there's 1 pen into the 100. And reloading. 3, a 2, a 1. There's 2 pens into the 100. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, 100 kills my teammate. Okay. That made no sense. The XM is weird. It's got such like a troll gun. It's great. The DPM on the XM is insane. And the mobility is surprisingly good for, you know, what this thing is. But, man, does this thing like to troll sometimes. It really does. Bonk. 375, dude. 410 alpha. And we rolled 375 on a tank with 380 health. Are you kidding me? I'm telling you guys, this game's after me. It's out to get me. Okay. Trigger, if you keep crying, I'll take it away now, if you'd like. Let's see. Bonk. There you go. That player's out of the game. Concept will kill the 4005. Okay. And then that leaves us with the 183, who I can't hit. Not a bad game. 3,300 damage. What's your opinion on the 4005? I think it's very good. I think it's OP. I think the 4005 is really, really cringe. Boom. Boom. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. There you go. That's better. Now the tank has the consumables properly loaded out. Alright. Opinion on North Korea. I think it's north of Korea. Can you show the Carro got nerfed? Yes, we can. So what did I do? I did the concept, and we had some very unfortunate teams. Okay, looks like I'm doing the Carro. Let me pull out the Carro. I do need to 3-mark this tank at some point. As a new Carro compared to the old one, I mean, it's better. But it was obvious that it was going to be better looking at the stats. It gained DPM on every single shell. It gained mobility. It gained turret armor. All for the downside of 20 alpha. Okay. Out of curiosity, how are you enjoying the new tech tree line? I've only played the tier 10, but it seems pretty good so far. I find it funny that there's people in my comments in the video that are like, it's bad! As, like, I'm averaging 4K in it. Like, do people just... The thing that always annoyed me about the Blitz community, it's not just the Blitz community, it's Helldivers community when I make videos on that game. It's not necessarily the GTA community, but, like, it's just this egotistical opinion that these people have where if, like, they're not doing good in a tank, it's the tank's fault. It's not the tank's fault. I hate to break it to you. Like, if you're doing bad in the... If you're doing bad in the Atlas. Chances are it's not the Atlas. Chances are it's you. And instead of understanding that, you just blame the tank immediately. It's something I've never liked about any gaming community, is people never can think, huh, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. Nope. They always instantly blame everything else. You know what, screw it, I'm going to dump the reserve shell. There. Yeah, guys, the Carro's nerfed. I wanted to dump the reserve shell to show you how much faster the reserve shell reloads now. So the reserve shell, I think, is a 16-second reload instead of a 21 or 22-second reload. So the thing, look how much faster the reserve shell reloads. And then once you actually start getting to the other shells, it reloads so much faster. It's crazy how much more DPM the Carro has now versus the old Carro. Got the Seleno, which I can't hit from here. I'm going to move up over here. I'm going to aim it on the rear of the 50B. There's 420. And there's 436. And there's 350. Yo, guys, the Carro's nerfed! Did you know that? The Carro is just flat better now. As I said, the thing is, every shell you eat into the clip in the Carro, it reduces your DPM. But what Wargaming did in the latest update was they made it so that it now loses less DPM when eating into these shells. So you can see just how much faster this tank gets its shells back. It's crazy. And we got the Destiny. There's 2 shells into the Seleno. And 3 shells. Okay, now we're going to back up. I do get penned, but it doesn't really matter. There's the 4005. And what? What shot me, bro? The Destiny? Like, why am I being pushed? Am I cooked? I'm actually cooked, guys. The only play that I can make is dump my reserve. Maybe. Yo, guys, we love the 4005. It's... Oh, my God. You're trash. You're trash. I don't care if I die. I don't care if I die. You're getting out of my game. Get out of my game, you piece of trash. As I said, I did not care if I died. I wanted that player gone. I freaking hate 4005 players. They think they can get away with whatever they want. Not anymore. Goodbye. I did pretty good. I mean, the team sucked. But, oh, my voice died. The team sucked. We did 5,500 damage, and there's our team, dude. I mean, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Why am I always the one having to do everything? I don't know. What would you do if you got defeated by a grape? I'm not sure. Thank you for the donation. New 263? I don't think the 263 got changed too much, did it? I don't remember. Can somebody DM me all the stats? Actually, Ren sent me them at one point, but I'd have to go back and look at all of them. I thought Wargaming had all the stats, and then they got rid of them. They had, like, all the stats in the news tab, and they got rid of all of them. Doesn't the 263 have AP standard now or something? Let me see. Wattb.com. They might have the news articles still here. Let me see. Is the website going to load? There we go. Winter holiday update. No, I don't see the... Oh, balance changes. Here we go. I found them. 263. 263 engine power. Let me drag that over there. Engine power got buffed from 930 to 980. The gun traverse... Oh, got a big buff. Oh, the gun traverse is way more now. It went from 8 degrees to 12 degrees at both angles. Its terrain crossing capacity got mega buffed, and we can see that here. The thing is way more mobile. Its gun traverse speed got buffed, but that doesn't really matter. And its top speed got nerfed by 2. It's definitely faster, though, now. I can feel it. As I remember how immobile the 263 was after Wargaming kind of nerfed it. So, it's definitely quite a bit more mobile now, which is very nice. Let me pull back up the stream. There you go. Nice. Nice. This thing still does suffer in the gun depression department, as we can see. Turning my tank, and boom. There you go. Nice shot. Would love to be able to get more damage out here. Okay. I can just chill here, though, and face hug these 60. Okay, dude. Yeah. I love face hugging 60s. It's so fun. You know what's more fun than that? Dealing with a concept who just golds right through you. That's really, really fun. Ah, my 60 TP is just not helping at all, dude. What are we doing? What are we doing, you piece of trash? Okay. Okay, 60. Thanks. Thanks, 60 TP. Big bro just sat here and let me die. That's crazy. There's nothing you can do, though, when you're in a situation like that, because you can't back up, because the 183 is going to kill you. That 60 TP should have pushed. That was the only play that we could have made, was to push, because any other play we would have died. I don't know why he did that. I really don't. But, oh well. As I always say, the big problem with tank destroyers is you're team reliant. And the problem with update teams is people just love to YOLO. And they get away with it a lot of the time. I mean, if you're in a TD, you got 1800 health, a 60 TP, and a concept have 5k health combined. And that's it. I mean, you're just done at that point. There's nothing I can do. I can't back up. I can't get out of there. I'm just cooked. I needed my 60 to push up and stop them from over poking. And if he did, he didn't even need to drive over the ridge. He could have just moved over there and they wouldn't have been able to do anything. But the 60 just not poking or trying to hold them at all screwed the entire game. So, oh well. Oh well. Yeah, what a shock. The game's already over. I bet you my 2,500's top. What a shocker. And there's my 60 TP with 2 shots penned. 43%. This is the problem, though. Like, when you have update teams, you have people that get away with YOLOs. And then you have people like me who can't do anything because I'm reliant on my teammates to do the holding, right? You can't hold in a 263. You just can't. It's not a Badger. So, the 263 is a great tank. But very unfortunate. Oh my god, that thing. What is my favorite donut? Sprinkles with frosting. And glazed are pretty good. Alright. I'm surprised nobody's donated for me to play the Atlas, to be honest. Alright, let me do the VZ again. I know you want me to do it with fuel, but I want to try it with gear oil again and see how it feels on reverse speed. Yeah, update teams are always bad, guys. No matter what we do, we're always going to be thrown trash. So let me tell you exactly what happened to the VZ55. VZ55. The VZ55 magazine reload time was increased. So it went from 17.74 to 19.37, but its magazine shell reload time was decreased from 4-second intraclip to 3-second intraclip. Its aiming time was improved by 0.2 seconds, which doesn't really matter. So in general, definitely a little better. HE only smasher. Why? Thank you for the donation, Meep. Thank you for the memberships. I've never been gifted a sub. Have you considered becoming a sub? Also, this thing is way fast on hard terrain. Holy, bro. I'm going 45 kilometers per hour right now. That's crazy. I don't want to over-aggress, but I kind of do at the same time. Screw it. I'm going to aggress. Leave the enemy chieftain over here, and I'm going to poke and go for the track wheel. There you go. Of course. Okay, that really went where I aimed. I should have known that the Conf Panzer was just going to sit there like a freaking absolute monkey and get away with it. Like, okay. It's just crazy that he just gets away with sitting there, as in nobody on our team punishes him. Alright, let's see. We got the Jagdpanzer in the back, and the Jag doesn't really scare me. I can pen right through the Jag. There's 448. Then we have the Minnow. Yes, beautiful. Shot went exactly where I aimed. If you hit that little drive wheel sprocket, it is actually a pen. Manundan, or whatever the hell your name is. How about we don't make anti-Semitic comments? I know, it's a crazy thought process not being anti-Semitic in 2025. I literally cannot pen that thing. I'm glad that Wargaming made it to that level, because it needed to be. Like, you can still pen it if it overpokes, but I'm... Okay, this BZ is really annoying me, dude. Like, piss off, brother. What are we doing? Clear the KPZ? Yeah, I'd love to, but my BZ is just in my way, so... Just gonna back up over here. Interesting. There's one pen into the 183, of course. Of course, there it is. There it is. Thanks, BZ. Thanks. All my, like, I'm trying not to get salty here, but, like, I just don't understand why it's so hard for these teammates to do anything. As I said, all this BZ on my team had to do, as I typed it in chat, all he freaking had to do is stop that Atlas from poking me. That's all he had to do, and I would have been fine. And I would have been totally fine. But nope. Instead, we get the BZ who ignores the Atlas, backs up, and shoots the 183. I would have been able to take the shot from the 183 if the Atlas didn't hit me. And then I would have been able to kill the 183, and we would have been fine. But when you have a teammate like this BZ who just backs up because he's scared, that's when you get screwed. It's so cringe, dude. Also, what are we doing, bro? Please kill him. Oh my god, there's no way. I don't really care how many kills you have. This is not a hard pen, dude. There you go. Will we win? Make your bets. Oh my god. He's so bad. What are we doing, bro? Oh my god. There's no way. Wow. It's not hard to be a teammate. It's not hard to be a teammate. This is why I get so salty at this game. Like, oh, you have 3 kills, dude. Too bad you only did 2,000 damage. Like, why is it so hard? Like, if we go back here, and I can show you guys why I'm frustrated. Have a good one, Reaper. I can show you why I'm frustrated. All that BZ had to do was literally stop the Atlas from poking. If we go back here, I flex back to deal with this over here, right? I flex back to deal with this. And when I turn around, the 183 is over here. So what I do is I shoot the 183 once, I back up, I get shot for 518. That brought me from 1,300 health, or whatever I was, 1,400 health, to 891, which then allowed the 183 to snap me. If this BZ had just looked at the Atlas and stopped him from poking me, I would have been able to take the shot from the 183, push the 183, kill him, then help the Błyskawica with the 907, and then we would have all been able to kill the Atlas. But you get players like this who are... They just refuse to help you. It's not that... Like, he didn't even have to do anything special. It's just crazy, dude. It really annoys me. It really annoys me. I'm just trying to be a team player, and it really pisses me off when you get these teammates who just refuse to do anything because they're too selfish. Oh, I got 100 health. I'm worried I'm going to die. I'm over here taking all the damage for everyone and throwing my game away. Like, brother, holy crap. All right. What's next? Bro, what are these donations? I'm not doing these donations, jeez. Why do you do this to me? Rhino, alright. Le Rinocerante. The Rhino got buffed and nerfed. I'm a sub now. Very nice. Mr. Angulation. Badger time? Yes, the Badger is very nice. But yeah, I get a little bit, I just get frustrated when I take shots for the team, and the least they can do in return is help me. You know? That's all they have to do is help me in return, and they can't. They just refuse to help. I just need to start playing like an asshole. It's what I've done in the past, and I lose more games when I play like one, but in return, I deal more damage. And, you know, this is why. Sometimes people are like, oh, you play too selfish, Droodles. I'm like, well, it's because every time I try to give my teammates the benefit of the doubt, I just get screwed over. And I'm so sick and tired. I'm like an old grandpa. I'm just sick and tired of being the person that helps everybody and then in return gets nothing. I get punished, I get less damage, I get less everything. So I'm going to stop helping my teammates. I'm going to start being more passive, and we'll do that. Rhino got gun depression? Indubitably. Indubitably good, sir. Bonk. There you go. 391 into the 4005. We got the 50B in the back. However, I'm not going to poke until I get my second shell. There's one pen. 3, 2, a 1, a 2 pens, and we back up. That is 1200 damage. I find it funny that no Rhinos are in the matchmaker anymore, even though it is still arguably an incredibly OP tank that you can't pen haul down. And like, sure, the DPM's less, but it doesn't really hurt it. I mean, clearly, this thing is not struggling to deal damage right now. Not gonna do that. Just gonna reload. There you go, 414. I'm gonna pretend like I'm looking this way. Come on, 50B, poke it. Come on, poke it. There you go. Baited him. There you go. See? I didn't help my Kampfpanzer. And why should I? Why should I when I'm the one who will probably get punished? Alright, well, we just chill hold down. Goodbye. Good Droodles, you have zero obligation to be a team player? I won't be. There's just no reason for me to be a team player when I'm the one who always gets punished for trying to be the helping hand, you know? Just so sick of it. Bonk, 400, and a bonk, 432. Yeah, I don't really see the Rhino being nerfed at all. I mean, sure, you might not be able to get, like, 4K out reliably every game you play, but, doesn't seem that challenging for me to deal 4K in this battle. 4,127 damage, 3 kills, and we got a bunch of assistance because we tracked him, so... Yeah, I don't know. The Rhino's still an incredibly OP tank. Love the SpongeBob hip. Ah, I can't. I can't. NA players are bad in general? Yeah, they are. It's just, I don't know. I really get frustrated when I, like, sacrifice my health so that my teammates can screw me over, you know? Where, like, that game, I could have driven over and saved my Kampfpanzer. I could have, and I thought about it, but I said, no. Why should I throw my health away when I can just stay hull down, and I can do fine, and the Kampfpanzer dies for over-aggressing, and it's not my problem? You know? Why bother? And, hey, look, it worked out well for me, so I'll keep doing that. What's next? We got up 8 billion donations here. I'm doing all the donations for the new tanks first. 4005 again, not too surprising. Somebody donate for the Atlas, bruh. I want to play the new tank. The Badger, did the Kron get any changes? Yes, the Kron did get a couple changes. Overall, I would say the Kron got nerfed. The Kron gained 50 hit points. It now is AP standard. However, its shell velocity is now 850 instead of 1,000. Its aiming time is 0.3 seconds longer, and its dispersion got about 15% worse. So, AP is a big buff. And the hit points is nice. The tank gaining heat shell velocity is cool. But the aiming time and dispersion both getting worse are obviously just a nerf to the vehicle. So, yeah, overall, I think the Kron kind of got a wash. I don't think it got better. I don't think it got worse. I think it just kind of stayed the same. Play the Atlas. There you go. Thank you, you poob. I need to learn how to not be too aggressive. Probably I dropped under 70%. I mean, the win rate doesn't even matter anymore. Teams are so bad you can't win. I mean, I've been going like 65% on my 30-day, and I've 3-marked 16 tanks. So that really says all you need to know. And I've been trying to be a team player. These teams just suck, dude. They really do. Well, there you go. 753 off you. Well, there you go. 756, and that's 1,500 damage. Yo, guys! The 4005's good for the game! Whoa. Okay. Alright, bro. Alright. Why do I get spotted, but he doesn't? Like, how does that make sense? Is it because I'm too tall? I'm not really sure, but it's a bit weird that I got detected and he didn't. Just gonna say it. I'm gonna move over here and try and help out with the Błyskawica. Let's see. I have a feeling they are going to drive over here at some point. I'm gonna cross this. Go, go, go. Alright, we got it. Nice. There's 714. Nah, that was just a bad shot for me. Let me back up before the yo takes 900 of my health off. Even with how dumb the 4005 is, the yo is still the dumbest tier 10 in the game. By far. Nothing counters the yo. It's just the fact that this thing has accuracy. That's the part that's dumb. Why did Wargaming think that this thing needed to be accurate? I need to reload for 13 more seconds. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that before this 4005 gets around the corner. Interesting. Very, very interesting. There's the 4005. Okay. Well, I dead. Yeah. Can't counter an M6 yo, but my team sucked, so... Oh well. We did fine. I did over 3k. The 4005 is a stupid tank. But, as usual, doesn't matter how good you are at Blitz. You're in a tank destroyer. Your team sucks. You lose. Good job. Yo, isn't that broken? Wrong. The yo is broken, and I will never listen to anybody's opinion otherwise. I don't care. You can tell me whatever you want to say. It has 900 damage in 1.71 seconds with Reticle Cali. It doesn't matter if it had 0 armor. It's broken. Being able to deal 900 damage in 1.7 seconds is broken. It's my highest average damage tier 10 overall. It's a broken tank. I do not care what anybody says. It's broken. Pretty bad team. I feel like the Atlas needs to do 460 with the clipping gun. No, it doesn't need to. This is the problem. Everybody's like, oh, autoloaders need buffs. No, they don't. 460 damage with a double shot would equal 920 clipping potential. We don't need another M6 yo. 720 damage, is it right? Yeah, it's 360 times 2. That's 720 damage. That's a low roll from a Yag. We don't need heavies dealing more than Yag Panzer levels of damage. It doesn't need more. That's as simple as it is. The Badger. All right. Yeah, I'm sick of people saying autoloaders need buffs. We don't need the buff autoloaders. What we need to do is we need to nerf everything. The Badger, by the way, got a huge buff. Its traverse speed got buffed. Its on-movement dispersion got buffed. Let me tell you exactly what happened to the Badger. The Badger got Hull Traverse Dispersion buffed. Its gun on movement dispersion was buffed. It's... Oh, that was it. I don't know. It feels more mobile, but it doesn't actually say that there. Interesting. I'm gonna go this way. Please play the concept. Bruh, we already tried the concept. My teams did not want it to work. As I said, the problem with update teams is you're just dealing with dog crap. I'm gonna play later tonight. I might stream later tonight and try and 3-mark the lion. On the Badger, the mantlet is red now. Yeah, that little cutout, good. It needed to be a non-penetrable point for a while. I love Dead Rail, dude. It's so fun to get on a map where you physically can't do anything because, yeah, we're just going to drive right into me. Of course we are. Am I going to bleed all of my health? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Rhino. Thanks, bro. Thanks. Let's just drive into me so I can't turn. My bad? Yeah. My bad. My bad. Minus 600 of my HP. Thanks, dude. Yeah. I don't... All I wanted to do was get hull down, and this Rhino's like, no, I'm gonna go right where you want to back into. Thank you. Put on my adrenaline. Come on, reload, reload, reload. And... bonk. Nice. Grill misses. I mean, it's a loss already. We're down all of our mediums. What do you do when your mediums are already dead in the first 20 seconds of the game? Like, look at it. It's cooked. I'm gonna get flanked and I'm dead. Oh my god, it's just so unenjoyable, dude. It's so unenjoyable. And I'm the one who gets screwed, because I'm the one that's closest to the hill. So great. Isn't that fun, guys? And you know what the best part is? If I try to get hull down over there, I get shot by the TDs that are on that ridgeline. So there's nothing I can do. I'm screwed. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, I'm screwed. I am screwed. I hate this map so much. Dead Rail is the worst map in the game, and nobody can change my mind on it. As I said, the problem is, if I try to get hull down here, I can get shot across the map there. That's what sucks. 644. Oof, that's gotta hurt. Oh, it was so close. Great, we got a 40 on 5 on us, guys. It's so good for the game. That's so good for the game. I'm so glad the 4005 can deal 1,200 damage by poking the middle ridge, and now I'm gonna die from the leopard. Wow, I love this game. Well, it's just not fun. This is the problem with Blitz. It's just not fun. Because if you drive anything that's not overpowered, you get screwed. Case in point, what am I supposed to do? Our mediums die immediately because they over-aggress and YOLO into their spawn. And then, because the mediums are dead, I have to fall back to deal with the tanks that are behind me. And then the 4005 just drives over the ridgeline because nobody's holding it. And, like, what am I supposed to do in that situation? There is no counter. You're just dead. It's so unenjoyable to play this game, drive a tank that isn't the best, and then just get screwed. It's not fun. And then you always get people like, oh, Droodles, stop complaining. Like, bro, what do you want me to do? Be happy that my team falls apart in 5 seconds and I get freaking touched in the ass? Like, it's just not fun. Dead Rail is the worst map out of all of them because of this. Dead Rail is such a spitting image of why this game sucks sometimes. Because Wargaming allows maps to exist where if your medium flank falls, you're fucked. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, 1,500 damage, dude, and I did almost top on the team. That's tragic. That is absolutely tragic. Because, as I said, the medium flank just falls apart. And some dog shit 4005 just drives over the ridgeline and gets away with it. But my bad. My bad, bro. Let's try the Badger one more time. Truly hate old desert sands. I just I just hate that Wargaming refuses to nerf tanks. And this update is the exact same problem. They've just perpetuated the issue, which I keep talking about. They just keep buffing everything, and it's just going to continue to cause the game to be more of a turbo battle. I mean, a 4005 can just ruin your game in half a second now. What do you do to counter it? Like, think about it. What was I supposed to do against that 4005? Dude pokes the middle of the ridge, nobody shoots him, and I die immediately. Takes 1,200 of my health off. He can load 400 millimeters of gold pen. There's no counter. That lion, just from the Miroat alone, has lost 2/3 of their health. What counter do you have against that? You know? These are the questions you have to ask yourself. What counter do you have against this? And the problem is there is no counter. This concept is already dead. It's just these games are turbo battles so quickly nowadays that it's very hard to enjoy Blitz sometimes, you know? I mean, look at this. Concept's dead already. There you go. Yep. I'm not really sure what to do here, but... dang, shell goes low. Yeah, good shot, 183. You got me good, bro. It's always funny watching 183s just suck. Good shot. I'm not going to use a repair kit because I'm a little worried about that 183, so we're going to be smart about this. We're going to push over here. 183 just shot, and I'm going to push the 183. Hello. Notice how, like, when we don't have to worry about mediums flanking me or a 4005 driving over the ridgeline, we do totally fine. Isn't that a crazy thought process? Wow. Who could have guessed that? Who could have guessed that? Nope. There you go. 3,000 damage. Pretty good game. But, like, this is what I mean. It's not just the game's meta, it's the map design. The map design is so bad in Blitz, and some maps allow you to actually do okay, but other maps just are unplayable sometimes. Okay. The Badger gun is definitely better. I can tell you that from the couple games I've played in it. I played it earlier today as well. It's definitely a lot better, but it's still definitely troll as well. Old maps are better and much bigger and easier to reposition. Incorrect. Old maps suck, because what ends up happening is one tank gets on the ridgeline on the heavy side, and they farm everybody. Maps that allow you to have vantage points like that are not good for the game. I disagree. Oasis is terrible, because it benefits all tank destroyers, all mediums, all lights, and it screws over the heavies. If you're in a heavy and you're on that map, you're useless. Maps like that are not good balance. What Wargaming needs to do is they need to make maps that allow heavies to have their own area. The best balanced map, in my opinion, in Blitz is one that's not even in the game right now. It's Lost Temple. Why? Because the heavies have their own little area they can fight in, and then the mediums have their own little area they can deal with, and then the tank destroyers can sit in the back. And what's nice is that the heavy position doesn't get shot by the tank destroyers unless they overpoke. But it's still enjoyable to be in a TD because people usually do overpoke. Not only that, the medium side can't really shoot the heavy side as long as you work the stairs well. So it's this nice combination of heavy side, medium side, and tank destroyers have their own positions too. The problem is when Wargaming creates maps like Dead Rail, the tank destroyers control the entire map. They can shoot the mediums from the heavy side, and they can shoot the heavies anywhere. If they poke low, if they poke mid, they can shoot them anywhere. That's the problem. And then not only that, but the mediums also completely control Dead Rail because it's a massive bowl. So in the heavies, you're at the bottom of the bowl, and the mediums get over, and if they win the medium flank, they get behind you. And you can't deal with the mediums because if you try to drive out of the bowl, the tank destroyers over on the heavy hill can now shoot you. So it's screwed. If you try to get out of the bowl, you're done. So the only option you have on Dead Rail is either go medium side, but if you're in a super heavy, you're screwed from the beginning, or just hope that your medium flank doesn't lose. And that's really what you have to pray. You have to pray that on Dead Rail, your medium flank doesn't lose. Because if they lose, your game is done. There's nothing you can do to counter it. It sucks. Hellas is a decent map. Yeah, Hellas is fine. You know why? Because again, the heavies have their own area where they can hide from tank destroyers. There's still some spots I wish Wargaming put more cover on, but in general, I don't have a problem with Hellas because you have positions to hide your heavies. You have positions to hide your frontline TDs. The problem with Blitz right now is that the maps do not give you cover. And when you don't have cover, you don't have the ability to get out of harm's way. That's the issue. Like, it would not have mattered what I'd done in that Dead Rail game, I would have been screwed. It would not have mattered what play I made, I would have been screwed. And that's the problem with a lot of Blitz's map design, is that Wargaming simply doesn't understand how these maps should be balanced. They just throw them together, and that's it. There's so many maps that are unparalleled. It's really bad. It's really bad. But yeah, I don't know. I do not like a lot of Wargaming's balancing decisions. Let's see what happened to the TVP. I know it lost a shell, went from 4 to 3. Its magazine reload went from 23.59 to 19.18. It'll be faster than that because that's without food and provisions. Magazine shell reload is now 1.5, and its shell velocity got mega nerfed alongside all medium shell velocity. To me, it doesn't matter. No. What am I... Lost Temple is my favorite map. I thought when they brought it back, it would stay in the game. I did too. And then they just removed it again for some reason. But yeah, the problem with Blitz right now is heavies and slow tanks are the ones that get screwed. Mediums are fine in 90% of maps. It's the heavies. And when Wargaming continuously buffs the DPM of everything, it just makes it worse for the heavies. 1, 2, 3. Yo, guys, the TVP got nerfed. Did you know that? Oh my god. You can literally just permatrack tanks. Would you be interested in trying to Leopard 1 next? The problem right now... Oh, it's a 2-5 me. I don't want to fight that. I'm just doing what's donated for. 1, okay. 1, 2. Yeah, guys, TVP got nerfed. As I said, this tank barely ever gets the 4th shell out, so the fact that you can now get all 3 shells out, almost guaranteed, basically makes the TVP just insane. Of course. Of course, what shot me for 700 in the rear? Don't know. Okay, thank you, RNG. Let me kill that guy. What shot me for 700 in the rear? Kampfpanzer. Yeah, thanks, 2-5B. God, just go! What are we scared of? Like, you're a full health freaking heavy, dude. Go! Let me guess, I gotta take the shell for you because you're a piece of trash. Yeah. Wow. Players like this 2-5B really piss me off. This guy here, pro camo, which means he's decent at the game, and yet he's so much of a freaking pussy that he can't take a shot from me and is full health heavy. He has to let me bleed health for him. That pisses me off. I should not be bleeding health for a full freaking HP tank. That's irritating as hell. I'm fine. I'm at 3,300 damage already, but dude is full freaking health and has done nothing for anybody. He has done nothing for the team. I bet you he hasn't even done a lot of damage because he's so scared about bleeding one of his, 2 HP. Like, what are we doing, brother? As I said, players like that really piss me off. You need to do your job as a heavy. I should not be taking shots for you in a freaking medium, dude. We did pretty good, though. 4,000 damage. As I said, I find it funny how people really thought the TVP was going to be nerfed. It gained DPM, and it gained intra-clip speed, so it's just better. I'm just interested to see how much damage this 2-5B did. I really am interested. Yeah, dude, you did worse than me. You're a 72%er. Now, granted, half of those games were a noob MM, but still, I just don't understand it. Why are you such a pussy that you are in a full health heavy and you cannot take a single shot from me? Like, really? Really, dude? That's what pisses me off. Stuff like that pisses me off. Because It's the skilled players that play selfish. I expect 40%ers to play like 40%ers, right, guys? I get really mad when I see somebody running pro camo and they're sitting there and they're not doing anything for anybody but themselves. That's frustrating. Especially, like, I get shot in the rear from the Conf Panzer because bro doesn't want to deal with the Conf Panzer. So then I have to move up and then I get shot by the 2 and 5B. It's like, I can't win. Oh well. What is next? As I always tell you guys, don't hesitate to call out skilled players. If you see somebody that's 70%, even if you're not great at the game, if you see somebody that's really good and they're playing selfish, you should call them out. I do fully believe in that, because when you let players get away with making selfish plays, that's when you get into the state of the game where everybody's playing for themselves. Blitz is supposed to be a team-based game. It's supposed to be a team-based game. And the problem is, when you have these skilled players playing for themselves, who are they setting an example for, right? Who are they setting an example for? Nobody. They're not setting an example for anybody. You play comp, you get all the way to top 4, you get your pro camo, so that you can show everybody how much of a douche you are? No. The whole point of being good is being a role model for players that want to get better. And it's why I always try to tell people that win rate is a very important stat that you should focus on. Unfortunately, with the way that Wargaming's been balancing the game recently, it seems like win rate's becoming less and less important. But in general, you should always be focusing on taking shots for your teammates if you're in a frickin' heavy. Don't drive a heavy if you don't want to take shots for your teammates, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got a little bit unlucky there, but... ah, dang. Couldn't get the second burst out. What are the changes on the XM? Not really any, to be honest. Just gonna wait here for now. They have a 4005, they have a 183, they have a YAG. Like, they have the trifecta of cringe. So, I don't necessarily want to, like, make an aggressive play. But, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go down. I think we can get away with it. They don't have too many tanks that I'm super scared of. Of course, there it is. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Alright, whatever. Whatever, dude. It's my fault for playing aggressive. What? Oh my god. It's Carro. Of course it's a Carro. Of course, dude. Of course. Of course. And where's my medium? Where's my medium, dude? There he is. There he is. Whatever. I'm so sick of this game sometimes. As I said, it's my fault because I shouldn't have pushed down here. I knew pushing down was going to be a bad play. And I did it anyways because I have the brain cell of a newt. Sometimes I just get angry and I make aggressive plays because of that. And that was definitely a bad play. I didn't realize they had a medium on their team until I pushed down, and I should have looked at the lineup closer. We'll do another game in this tank. It's not the tank's fault, though. I mean, I don't know where the YAG penned me. I think it's that shot in my lower plate. But I really didn't think I was showing my lower plate to the YAG. Maybe I was. Wow, look, our patent's finally moving to the medium side. I'm not moving from this spot. I will sit here till the end of time. This will be my game. It's not my job to, people keep saying the car got nerfed. Yeah, you know, it's really bad now, dude. They only buffed its intra clip. Yep, there's the 4005. There you go, there's the Carro. Wow, dude, that was really hard from our patent, you know? That was really, really challenging gameplay. It's 100 and... okay. Okay. Whatever, dude. Whatever. I poked it too far. I'm getting a little salty here. We'll do another game in the Atlas. I just need to calm down a little bit. My whole team's just sitting here doing nothing, and it's just a little frustrating when I'm, like, actively putting myself in an aggressive spot and just watching my whole team do nothing, not spot anything, not poke anybody, just sit back here and do whatever, you know? We're gonna lose is the problem, too. Like, when the enemy team has medium control, you have to play aggressive on heavy flank. It's why I did make an aggressive play here. Like, when they have medium control, you have to play aggressive on the side of the map, because if you don't, what ends up happening is this. You lose the heavy side, and you lose the medium side. And it's the same thing, you know, you got this player in the Chieftain who's playing selfish instead of pushing up, and what's going to end up happening here is we're going to lose. This player might get a decent farm, but it's not going to matter, because we're going to get flanked, and it's done. And this is what happens. This is what selfish plays do. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. If you don't want to make an aggressive play, your game's cooked. Like, pretend I didn't play aggressive, right? Pretend instead I stayed where my chieftain was, and I stayed hull down the entire game. What would have happened is the patent still would have died, we still would have gotten flanked, and the enemy team still would have pushed up on us. Would not have changed the result. I mean, it's a 6-0 at this point. And the reason why you get games like this is because, I keep saying over and over, because your teammates refuse to help you. This chieftain seems like he might be decent at the game, but what stopped any of my heavies from trying to push up and help me when I made that aggressive play? Nothing. Nothing stopped them. And this is what happens. You just get these games where nobody wants to make a play. The one person who does make a play, me in this situation, gets absolutely nuked for it, and then it's over. Then the whole game's over, right? As I said, chieftain got a good farm. Good job, dude. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything for the rest of the team. So that's the current position I'm in with Blitz. That's the current state that I think Blitz is in, where everybody's too much of a wimp to actually make an aggressive play. And what ends up happening is you just get games where the enemy team does make an aggressive play, or they win one side of the map, nobody wants to push on the other side, and you just get flanked and die. It happened on the Dead Rail game, it happened on the last game we just played. It's going to happen over and over and over, and it's just going to get worse. Update teams are so fun, yeah. Listen, the sad part is when it's a good player. I mean, I just don't understand what players think is going to happen. You can clearly see the other side of the map is a complete loss. What do you think's going to happen when that side of the map's a loss, and then you're also allowing the enemy to win the other side of the map? You're just screwed. It's not that hard to figure out, you know? But, oh well. As I said, I just need to start playing super passive, super selfish. We got the enemy Miroat. 1, 2, 3. There you go. I'm not really sure where the Miroat penned me, but 1, 2, 3. We penned 2 of them. 610 damage. Oh, the Miroat actually had just a very, very small smidge of my hull exposed and was able to pen me because of that. Alright, well, let's aim it on the V4. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. 218. Boom, boom, boom. 194. It's 400 damage. Nothing crazy, but we penned it. Conf Panzer's just nuking the enemy. Got the grill, who we boom, boom, boom. There's 350, and boom, boom, boom. I don't know if any of those hit, but at least it stops the grill from poking that. Alright, I'm going to move up myself. I want to be able to get this 2 and 5B, but boom, boom, boom. Yeah, but then the 2 and 5B just overpokes and shoots me, and I can't really counter him, because if I try to, the thing has 3,100 DPM, and he'll just shoot me again. So it's not worth it for me to bleed 800 health to deal 500, you know? Is that 4005 still alive? Indeed he is. Huh. I'd love to push up mid-hill, but because they have a 4005, it's a little bit more challenging than one might think. I'm gonna go for it, though. Okay, nice. We actually did get up the hill. It's pretty important. Stridsvon's up the hill already. Okay. I wonder if this Carro is gonna try and poke it. Let's see. Okay. Well, we've done 2,000 damage. That 2 and 5B went through my gun. Like, okay. That 2 and 5B is kind of annoying. But we do have the 183. I know the 2 and 5B can't pen me at this angle. Not reliably. There's 234 off your tank. Here's the thing. That 2 and 5B just keeps getting bled by me. Over and over. And eventually, he's going to be to a point where I can just push him. And that's what we're going to do right now, actually. Is we're going to move up. The grill's spotted, so I can reload here. And I'm just going to push the 2 and 5B. Oh. Get out of my game. Absolute trash bag. There you go. 2 shots into the 2 and 5B, and he's dead. See? Sometimes these players think they can get away with over-aggressions, and they can't. They can't. That 2 and 5B thought he was hot crap, and he is hot crap because he's burning now. But, like, It's always funny to me. You see these players who think they can play aggressive, and they just can't. There's no reason they should be playing as aggressive as they are. Alright, there's 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Well, we're up to 3,400 damage, which is pretty good. KPZ gets the pen. 1, 2, 3. And... well, 3,700 damage. A much better game for the Atlas. This tank's pretty good, as you can see. Got my first ever gun mark. It was on the Type 5. Do you mean first gun mark as in a 1 mark or 3 marks? That one annoying kid who captures flag on mines and nobody on your team shoots him. I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay. T-57 Heavy. Are there any other tanks? Are maps changes coming before or after Reforged? I don't know if they're coming at all. I mean, there's 2 map changes coming, right? There's Dead Rail and Mayan Ruins, was it? Oh, and Canal. But it would be nice if... oh, the Miroat. Okay. It'd be nice if Wargaming just listens to the criticism that players had and solved the problems. Either way, the Miroat got massive buffs. It now has more DPM, more damage, and a faster interclip. I can tell you now the Miroat's OP. It's a 2-second interclip. Like, I don't know why this tank needed a buff. I keep saying this, but, like, this tank did not need a buff. And Wargaming said, nah, we're going to buff it. Minnow got a small turret buff. It was only the hatch. The hatch of the Minnow went from whatever it was. It got a 10 mil buff. Which is a big buff, actually, because the Minnow hatch already hull down is very hard to cut through, so with the hatch being even harder to cut through, it's definitely going to allow the Minnow to be, like, really, really stupid. Where's our team going? I love going to the spot I'm heading towards now, but the problem is when your team doesn't support you, you just get screwed. That's the problem. Interesting to see Droodles' opinion on Canal change over time. Yeah, I used to like Canal, but it's because I didn't drive as many heavies back in the day. There's 399. There's... yeah. I think you guys can understand why this gun is OP. Obviously, the Conf Panzer appears to be AFK, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, the point still stands. This tank can deal 800 damage in 2 seconds. Like, it's ridiculous, dude. Okay, we get 2 bounces. Now we can aim it on the KPZ. There's 399. There's 740. You know what's more impressive? It's more impressive how my gun has rolled 740 2 times in a row with an 800 potential clip. Who needs nerfs? And I just don't understand why Wargaming refuses to nerf tanks that need nerfs. They just keep buffing everything. Like, look at this. Look at how OP this is, dude. I mean, that's the worst roll I've ever seen, but we've already done 2,200 damage. The Miroat is absolutely overcooked. I knew it was going to be the moment I saw the changes. Because they literally just turned it into a Barask, you know? That's what they did. They made it a tier 10 Barask. There's 360, massive low roll. There's 390. We back up. 3k damage now. And the funny part is we've low rolled every single clip. And we're still at 3k. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous what this thing can do and what it can get away with. We have the 183 looking at me, who I'm going to aim in on, and... okay. But we have 2 shells. So it doesn't even matter. Get the second pen into the 183. That's 3,400 damage now. Are we going to get YOLO'd by the 183? Yes, we are, because this is Blitz, where Droodles is never allowed to have fun. Good job. You're really good at the game, 183. Good job, dude. Do you want a frickin' award? Like, wow. You're not going to out-reload me. That's the funny part. This guy thinks he's going to out-reload me. I don't think he will. I do not think he will. Bye-bye. Get out of my game. You're trash. 4,700 so far. $357, another low roll. 665, dude. Holy bad. What is my alpha? 665 from an 800 clip? Brother, what is my RNG? What is this? This is insane. Wargaming is literally edging me, dude. You guys are watching this. I've never seen rolls as bad in my life. Holy crap. Oh my. Oh, and we bounced that one. Alright, that's fine. We got a second shell. There you go. That one's better. 420. Damages my ammo rack. I don't really care if you rush me, to be honest. Yeah, bye-bye. Not sure what he thought he was going to accomplish. Alright, 60 misses. There's a 1 pen and a 2 pens. There you go. We got some average rolls. 6,600 damage, guys. 6,600 damage. Whoa! Give it up for 6,600. Woo! Ah. Yeah, the Miroat is pretty dang stupid, guys. It's pretty dang stupid. Miroat was always good. It was always good. As I said, the problem with the Miroat was it was a balanced tank in a meta of broken vehicles. But what Wargaming's done is they've said, yes, well, what we should do, guys, is because people aren't driving the Miroat, we should buff it. What they should have done is just given it a little bit more DPM and given it a bit better camouflage rating. That's all it needed. Instead, it's Wargaming, and this is what they do. They make it absolutely busted. It's just ridiculous, guys. It's ridiculous. We will star that. 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 40 seconds. We did 6,600 damage. Yup. They just... It's just the same thing every time. They just overcook everything. Okay. I think we have to do the 57 Heavy next. We're almost through the donations. We got the T57 Heavy. I think that's it. Alright. Let's do the 57 Heavy. How long have we been streaming? Got an hour and 40 minutes? Alright. Yeah, we'll do the 57, and then I think what we're going to do is we're going to play in the Lion and try and 3-mark it. We'll see how it goes. There's the 57. Okay. It still is a... Yeah, we're going to go 12 and 6. This thing just runs out of shells so fast, actually. I'm not even going to do 12. I'm going to do 9. Alright, well, there you go. Did the 57 get anything else? I don't think so. I remember the 57 got a turret armor buff. It got a DPM buff. That's the funny part. People think it got nerfed when it actually gained DPM. Now 2,835. Wait, I'm not running vents on it, right? No. Okay, just needed to double check. Yeah, so the 57 Heavy went from around 2,700 DPM to now 2,800. And not only that, but let's see. It got more turret armor. I know that. T57. Why is it not showing it? Oh, there you go. T57, so its reload got 3 seconds faster. Its intraclip got 1/10 of a second faster. Its tank weighs more. Its average damage went down 25 per shot. And then it's basically stayed the same on its shell velocity. IS4? Sure, thank you for the donation. Wedge dono? I don't know what the wedge is. When I think of the wedge, I think of the 120 GFT, so I'm not sure what the wedge is. I'm gonna be real. Do you have the blue comp camo? No, I just have the orange one. I only played comp for 1 season to get top 8. I didn't care after that. Great, my old team is going to the heavy hill, but they have a 4005. I love how Wargaming has really managed to ruin the game in 2 ways. As many of you are aware, the 183 is the most driven tank in Tier 10. But what's happened is now Wargaming has managed to make the 4005 also the most driven tank in the game. So basically, now we're going to have to deal with 4005 and 183 spam. It's a double whammy. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well that's the worst accuracy I've ever seen in my life. And that doesn't even make sense because this thing has crazy good accuracy. So, not really sure how those shells missed, but they did. We're going to reload. 3, 2, 1, and... Dang, so close. Come on, back up. There we go, nice 390. Oh, this gun is accurate. I don't know what the heck's going on. I know that some of you might say, oh, L57, but, like, I don't even get that. This gun, with Refined Gun, is very accurate. Like, I'm not sure why it's missing these shots so much. I'm getting screwed, bruh. Alright, well, I'm gonna move up the hill. What do they have? Oh, it's a bat chat, and he's camping, of course. It's an Apex player, and he's camping on the back ridgeline. What a disgrace, dude. Should feel ashamed. And the funny part is I can't do anything about it, because I won't spot him. There's 1. 2. That's better. Well, you know what? Maybe the bat chat isn't camping where I thought he was. Alright. I'll give him a bit of a break. I take it back. From where the shots were coming from, it looked like he was. Oh, there's the 40-05. Love that. Gonna put on shell reload boost. This guy's getting nuked. 1. 2. Well, I know I hit him once, and I can tell you for a fact he backed off that hill. So, that's good. Time to dedicate my evening to ruin his games. Yeah, well, if you get into my battles, I will report you to Wargaming and get you banned. How is that? I know, it's very fun. I have the high ground, Anakin. Ah, the camping conf panzer. Gotta love that, dude. This is ridiculous. Our whole team's camping. Like, what is this, dude? What am I looking at here? Okay. 1 terrible RNG. Oh, there's a pen. Oh, there's a pen. Well, we're doing okay. 2,200 damage. Thing is, the 907 can just perma-spot that guy with the tracer shell mechanic, so there's nothing the Conf Panzer can really do about it. And a reloading. Ah, yes, a skilled Conf Panzer. Goodbye. Reload the clip. This is a bad team, though. It's a really, really bad team. Who dare text me? I doubt. What's you opinion on Roblox? It's a game. That bat shot is so lucky my shot didn't pen him. Bruh. Oh, we got the mouse. Can't hit the mouse from here. Come on, move up an inch, dude. Just an inch. Oh my god. There's 1, 2. Huh. I mean, we'll probably lose on base cap, but, I mean, what am I supposed to do? I can't reset it. I'm in a 57 heavy, dude. Like... Great. How fun. Yay. What a truly exciting battle we have here. I am so happy about the blitz teams that we have. Nice, he misses me. Yep, well, oh, the base cap got reset. It did get reset. Well, the bat chat actually died. The problem is the mouse is still back there. Yeah. What? Oh my god, I can't believe that didn't pen, dude. Oh, I can't believe that didn't pen. I can't believe that didn't pen. I'm glad that Wargaming made it so that that thing's turret armor strong, but I just can't believe that shot didn't pen. It's whatever. We did 4,200. I should have driven down and just killed him, but I thought I would rather hold the hill than drive down. And, oh well. It was like, if we go back and watch, it was so close to being a pen, dude. It was so close to being a pen. Look at this. The thing's turret is like 360 base. Yeah, like you can see if we back up. Like, that's It went where I aimed too. Like, you can see. It went exactly where I aimed. Just didn't pen. That plate is like a 50-50 whether you're going to pen it or not. Oh well. The Atlas is a really, really strong tank. Did my game crash? Oh, it didn't count that I pressed escape. I see. The new wedge is the tier 4. Oh my god. I've said 257 with no camo. That sounds like a skill issue. Brother, you're gonna make me play the tier 4. The wedge. It's actually called the wedge. That shade is the classic 50-50. Yup. There's nowhere else I could have bent him. What's your opinion on the 4005? I think it's overpowered as hell. You'll see my video on it very soon. Oh wait, why am I not running the autoloader? There. That's the gun I want to use. Alright, that should be equipped properly. I'm going to sit in queue for 2 minutes, and if we don't get into a battle, I'm going into the next one. Oh my god, there's 18,000 wedges. What the... Druids my eyes for dono. I know, there was also a wedge dono before that. Yo man, look at my tank. Why is this thing so fast? My nose is very, very sniffly. Bro, look at it. Wedge gun gave me trauma from the old Luke's gun. The funny part is the Luke's is still so OP. They have to be going here. Bro, there's no way they're not going here. It's a tier 4 game. I'm speed. I think they nerfed this thing's clip. I don't remember. I don't know. Oh, this guy's running the single shot? What a loser. Anybody running the single shot's a loser. Bro, what is this thing? You're gonna get wedged. Oh, crap. Matilda OP. Matilda is always such... Oh, okay. This is not worth... Matilda is so OP. The thing has so much health and so much everything. Well, I'm doing okay. I've done 400 damage. You know what this thing really plays like? It feels like a Kennyatsu is what it feels like. Yeah, it feels exactly like a Kennyatsu. Boom! 25 damage! Get rolled! Ugh. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. The gun is awful, though. Like, the accuracy, at least, is terrible. I guess my premium cannot pen the wedge at that angle. I'll just stick with standard. Oh, he dead. Ow. Screw it. No! I thought the Hetzer had like a 12-second reload or something. I guess not. Well, there you go. There's the wedge. There's the wedge. Oh, that's so dumb. Oh my god, what the heck? What the heck, brother? What the heck? Who's gonna win? The Wedgies or the Covenanter? Also, we're changing the name. It's no longer the Wedge, it's the Wedgie. That is the new name of this tank. The Wedgie. One Wedgie died. Bro, they're all running the single shots. Why are you guys all running the single shot? This guy's stock, I'm pretty sure. This guy is not. Hetzer had small gun? Oh. Come on, Wedgie. You can get him, I believe. Oh. Oh, he penned him. The Wedgie penned him. You can get him. Boom, 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 boom. Play Lecto. No, I'm not playing tier 4. Go away. Oh my god. Just drive over the... Over, dude. Over. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's... I'm not waiting for this. I'm not waiting for this. IS4, sure. Sure, let me do the IS4. And then I'm playing the Lion. Lit IS4. My chair's probably gonna, like, blow up on me one day after doing this too many times. Let me put on, cooldown boosters for this tank. This one I do like running cooldown boosters on. Great, we got Dead Rail. I love penis inside me, bro. Oh, I love Dead Rail. It's so fun. You know what's even more fun? Getting 3 mediums on your team when you're playing on Dead Rail. And 2 tank destroyers. That's really... That makes me so happy. Wow. I'm so happy. We go from having a fun meme battle to cancer. Like, I can't with this game, dude. Oh my god. Oh, green. Wow. Wow, guys, we love the Hori penning my turret. Because that's how good Hori players are. We love the Hori. We love the Hori. Wow. Wow, we love the Hori. We love the Hori. Uh-huh. Yeah, believe it or not, there is a teammate behind you. We love the Hori. I've done so much damage this game. I love driving my IS-4 to medium flank and doing literally nothing the entire game. It's so fun. Whoa. Whoa. Oh yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I love this game. Wow, concept. That went well for you. Good job. We love the Hori. Oh, look at that. We love this game. We love playing on Dead Rail. It makes me so happy. We love Dead Rail. Bum, 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 bum. We love Dead Rail. Bum, 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 bum. It's such a fun map to play. Play, 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 play. Look at that. Wow, we got the 4202 on my side, and there's nothing I can do about it. Wow, we love Dead Rail. We love Dead Rail. We love Dead Rail. Aha, look at that. Can't pen the U100 even though he's a fully exposed track shot. That would be too easy. Oh, yeah, that's where I aimed. That shell's definitely where I aimed. We love Dead Rail. We love Dead Rail, bro. Wasn't that so much fun? You really learned a lot about the IS-4. You really did. And you know what the best part about Dead Rail is? It's not like Mines where you can put on Supremacy and avoid it. No, you can't. You can't avoid it. There's nothing you can do. You're just screwed. You're just screwed. But this was a fun game. I loved watching my concept kill himself in the first 5 seconds, and my Vickers Light drive to the heavy flank, because that's what you do in the Vickers. You drive it to the heavy flank. Whoa! And then lose to a 40-05. We love Dead Rail. Can you just die, please? Can we just die? We love Dead Rail, guys. It's so fun. Didn't you enjoy watching that gameplay of the IS-4? We did so much. Whoa! Look at that! 2,000 damage. You know what the sad part is? 2,000 damage is top on the team. Our Kampfpanzer, 0 damage. The platooning tank with the Kampfpanzer did 1,300. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do, bro? What are you supposed to do? I'm in a freaking IS-4. I'm forced to drive it on the medium hill, where I have no gun depression to work. Not only that, but all of my mediums die immediately, or the Vickers Light just runs away. We love Dead Rail. We love Dead Rail. I want people, when we're in queue, I want you guys to count how many games in a row we get with a 40-05. Can somebody go back and look at all the games I've played? And can you check how many of the tier 10 battles we've played have had a 40-05 on the enemy team? That's what I want you to check. How many of those games have had a 40-05? It's to a point where even the 183 is not being used. And the thing is, you can counter the 183. Probably his saltiest match. I'm just so sick of Dead Rail. Where's Dynasty? Where's Himmelsdorf? Nope, Dead Rail. Dead Rail Wargaming. You can suck my nuts. Every time I drive a heavy tank, Wargaming puts me on Dead Rail. And it really pisses me off. I'm so sick of the freaking map. I think all of us collectively agree Dead Rail is the worst thing to ever exist in this game. Great. My Centurion 7-1's dead already. Oh boy. Whoa, you're so good. Ah, my bad, bro. I was supposed to know they had a camping E100. My bad. Like, what is this? See, the IS-4 actually has enough heat pen to cut through the Atlas pretty easily. That's one thing I've always loved about the IS-4. It's got so much pen, dude. Great. What's shooting me, dude? Am I going to be able to back up? No, of course not. No, no, no. No, of course. I'm going to be perma-tracked. Let's fall back. How about let's shut the fuck up? How about that one? Oh, the Waffenträger's pushing in. Oh my god, it was so close to being a pen. Okay, just loading HE. And he rolls 370. Oh my god. Here we go. Here we go, guys. There it is. There it is. Isn't that good for the game? That's good for the game. And my bad. There you go. Roll 700 both shots. Oh my god. I'm actually typing KYS to that 40-05. I really am. I'm just so sick of it. And there's our Atlas over here.